Y'all already know what time it is. It's story time. Go ahead and sit back, relax, grab your little snacks, tune in for this tea. Grab y'all blanket, y'all drink, y'all cover, anything you finna need because it's gonna be a long one. Before we get into it, like the video, leave anything in the comments, make sure you are subscribed with your notification bells on, okay? So you'll be notified when I post. Let's get right into it. So to start, I feel like you need to, this is something that you need to watch in order. So if you haven't seen the first part of this, I'm gonna link it. So go watch that, come back to this. Second, I've seen a few people say like, I wouldn't let somebody play in my face this long. A lot of the stuff that I'm telling y'all is stuff that I found out after the fact. I didn't know a lot of this in real time. And if I did, I would have opted to talk about it. But by the time I found out, it was already too much damage. It's gone. The relationship is done. It's gone. Too much weird shit happened. No. I really been trying to work on myself because I used to just cut people off. No questions asked. Now I feel like we could talk about it. If we really friends, let's talk about it. Let's see how we can work through it. That's my new mindset. But with this relationship, like I just said, it was already too far gone because it was just too much that I found out after the fact, and I ain't like that. Just to recap, one of my other friends did make a story time about this person. They did have a different name, but if anything sounds familiar, then that's why my other friend made a story time about this. So just to clarify, I feel like I have to recap it. The people in this story, the main three people, me, my friend Dej, and Wig. Okay, let's get right into it. So we're gonna pick up where we left off at, and we still in September. Around this time, she did mention to me a few times that she was moving, right? Just like, oh, you know, I'm looking for a place. Nothing too serious. I feel like she more so mentioned it to Dej, and since Dej left it out her story, then I'm gonna go ahead and leave it out of mine because that's her part of the story to tell. But she more so mentioned it to her. So I'm like, oh, okay, you know, whatever. Just hope you find a place, you know. Mind you, me and Wig did used to talk on the phone for hours. At this point, we talking on the phone for hours and hours. Like, I was just listening to her vent. It was like one of them friendships. It was kind of one-sided in that aspect. So, fast forward. Few days later, I don't know. Actually, I don't know how much time later. But I do know she hit me up the day before. It was like the day before her lease ended. She texted me, hey, can you help me move tomorrow? So I texted back, I'm like, yeah, what time tomorrow? She said 9 a.m. Okay, cool. I dropped my daughter off at 7 a.m. for school, so I could just come home, take a shower, then head straight to you. So I pull up to help her move, right? Mind you, this is when Houston was at its hottest. It was one of the hottest summers. It was 102s, 103s, right? So I pull up. She had dollies down there, so I'm thinking we just got to pack the car, pack her car, my car, and the U-Haul is already packed. After that, we on the way. Long story short, girl, nothing was packed up. Her apartment looked like it was still fully in use. We spent hours packing, like hours cleaning out her whole apartment and loading it up, which is not what I was expecting, but I wasn't tripping. You know, I'm like, okay, I agreed to this, so let me just go ahead and do it. So when we finally done, she gave me the address. Her new apartment is off Kirkendall, 40 plus minutes away. So we head over there, right? We get over there, we unload and everything. It's hot as hell. We busting sweat, dripping sweat. It was a lot. It was a lot, to say the least. But I soon realized she wants to go back to her apartment because, mind you, we didn't clear the apartment out. We just couldn't. We didn't have that type of time because I have to pick up my daughter from school, and she kept asking me, when you gonna pick your daughter up? When you gonna pick your daughter up? So I'm like, I don't know. She got out of school this time. I'm gonna see if her dad can get her, whatever. So yeah, when we was done, she wanted to leave and go back to her apartment and finish getting the stuff and then make another trip and unload the rest of the stuff at her apartment. I just couldn't do that. I wasn't willing to do that even if I had the time. I had to go get my daughter out of school. So I'm like, I'm not going to do that, but I'll go back to your apartment and I'll help you clean it up, just because I felt bad that I wasn't going to be able to make that second trip. It was just way too far, y'all. It was way too far. So I go back to her apartment, help her clean it out as much as I could so she wouldn't get a cleaning fee and all that. I remember helping her pack her car to capacity. I followed her to the gas station, put gas in her car, and then we made plans. That's when we made plans to go to Mo Better Brews. I don't know if y'all remember, I told y'all we had went to Mo Better Brews and I had vlog, but the vlog didn't have no sound, so I didn't even end up posting it. That's where them plans had came from. I feel like I gotta mention that because I'm trying to just show y'all the genuine friendship that I thought we was forming. Because who is helping somebody move in 100-degree weather? I'm not even moving in 100-degree weather myself, girl. I'm not putting my friends through that. I'm gonna hire somebody. Fast forward now, we gonna keep going. We in October now. So I remember she had invited me and my friend Dej to a Penthouse party. One of her was having a Penthouse party. It was a fight party because it was like, I don't know who was boxing. I don't keep up with that type of stuff. But she said it's gonna be liquor, food, hookah vibes. So I'm like, all right, cool, bitch, let's do this. Let's do this, Johnny. So we get there. I'm almost sure that I vlogged. I feel like I vlogged because I remember when we came in, he made us take our shoes off. Girl, I don't wear socks. I do not wear socks. I feel like my feet get even more sweaty with socks. And we had to take our shoes off. And I was saying how somebody was gonna steal my shoes. And I remember somebody saying, girl, don't nobody want them checks? Ain't nobody gonna steal no checks, girl. So yeah, I'm almost sure I vlogged. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what the vlog called. If you can find it, it might be Penthouse Party this or that. We at the Penthouse Party. We having a good ass time. Everything was a vibe. We step out on the balcony and I noticed that she like her energy is off. So I'm just like, you know what's wrong? Because you could tell when your friend energy off or whatever. So mind you, we had all been drinking. And you know when you drinking, you get kind of vulnerable. So I guess she was mad that the nigga who invited her didn't acknowledge her presence at all. The whole time we was there. And we had been there for a minute at that point. But he was in everybody else's face, including this one woman. He was in her face like the whole time. So I was like, dang, you know, so we just talking about it or whatever. At one point, Deja had stepped off because she had spotted somebody that she knew. So me and her just talking about it, and she 1000% felt some type of way. It's like she was so irritated and annoyed at one point. I was like, why don't you just go say something to him? I don't think she wanted to say nothing to him. I don't know if she was embarrassed or what, but she didn't go say nothing to him. So fast forward, time is going on. Everybody's still having a good time. I remember Dave's brother calling, and I got to mention this because it's going to tie into the rest of the story later on. So he called, and I used to play with Dave's brother. Whenever he called or I knew she was on the phone with him, I'd be like, that's my man. That's my man calling. That's my man. Ho, just laughs, jokes, and giggles. Nothing serious. I was not serious. It wasn't a serious bone in my body. If you know me, you know I play all day. So he had called, and he was basically saying he was coming like to Houston for around his birthday, I believe, and that would have been like around Halloween time. That's the time that I remember. I don't know if it was specifically for his birthday, which I want to say it was, but he was gonna come around that time, and he was gonna bring Dave's cousin, and we was all gonna have a good time. So we like, yeah, we all like, yeah, come to Houston, come to Houston, come. Halloween is perfect, bitch. That would have been a perfect time to come. So we all hyped up, whatever. So we get to taking pictures, we doing all types of shit. My drum's still vlogging, we having a good time. Fast forward, the Penthouse party is ending, it's clearing out, and I finally get a seat at the table by the hookah, which I had been eyeing all night. Wig sitting up there looking mad as hell. Everybody else having a good time. She just dry body. Mind you, I'm like, you know, I ain't gonna say that. But yeah, so I'm puffing on the hookah. Next thing you know, her nigga that invited her, wig nigga that invited her to the Penthouse party, which it was his party, he come over and he get to talking, because mind you, Deja got the camera out. She vlogging, she doing this and the third. So he get to talking, being in the camera. They end up taking a shot. They having a good time. I'm not thinking nothing of it. I don't give a fuck like that. I didn't even know Wig was just sitting over there fuming, feeling some type of way. So out of nowhere, she asked me to go to the bathroom with her. Me being me, I'm like, hell yeah, okay, we gotta go to the bathroom in two's buddy system. That's how it is. Not even thinking, girl, we in somebody's house. You ain't gotta go to the bathroom with her. So I get up in there. And I'm like, you ain't gonna pee? Because she just standing up in there like, she gripping the counter. Like she finna wait to exhale, hunched over the counter. Just like, you could clearly tell she was irritated, right? So long story short, she was irritated because the nigga that invited her man, that's not her man, but it is her man, invited her here, and he's all up in Dave's face, taking a shot with her and still haven't acknowledged her presence. That's not on nobody but you and him. That's not nobody else's problem. It don't even matter if he went around the whole Penthouse party and shook everybody's hand but yours. You cannot be mad at nobody else but yours. He talked to everybody else but you. Be mad at yourself for not saying nothing to him, for not checking him. So, she just saying little shit. But mind you, the shit that she said was more so about him. She didn't say nothing about Deja that made me feel like I had to go tell my friend. Because if she would have, I would have told her, you need to go tell her before I do, because I'm not finna be in the middle. This not finna be that. So, but yeah, she didn't say nothing crazy to make me feel like, oh no, I need to go tell her, because she clearly feels some type of way. She was talking shit about him. So I'm like, girl, just go say something to him. Just go say something. Da, da, da. She like, no, I don't want to. And he know that I'm here. He see me and all this type of shit. And I'm like, well, obviously he don't. Obviously he Ray Charles when it come to you, bitch. And not even that. It's like he was in Dave's face on some friendly shit. They was taking a shot and doing it up for the vlog. That was that night. It's 3 a.m. I'm not trying to air all this girl business out. When I tell the whole story, I gotta tell it in order. So I know it's a lot of cuts and jumps and stuff, but it's because I'm taking certain stuff out that I don't feel like is necessary for y'all to know, because that's that girl business, child. Let her have her business, child. Okay? Okay. Let's fast forward to the next week. Literally the next week, we was gonna go to the movies, me and Wig, because we wanted to both see that Exorcism movie that was just coming out, right? So on the day of, we had met up to ride to the movies together. We get there a little bit early, so we just sitting in the car talking. Actually, we were kind of walking around a little bit when she started talking about her birthday and how she wanted to go to Dallas for it. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. You know, just let me make sure my daughter's dad is available to watch our daughter, and I'm gonna be cool to go. So, I'm like, what you want to go to Dallas for? Like, whatever, you know, we just talking about it. Of course, it's because she want to turn up with her Dallas friends and her Houston friends too. So I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, that sounds like a good ass time, right? So I'm asking her little questions like, girl, what you want for your birthday? Like, what you want? You want this? I had it in my mind already to get her this perfume that she had been talking about that one of her dudes was supposed to buy her, but he didn't buy her. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get that for my bitch for her birthday. And then I'm like, what kind of cake you like? Because I'm going to get you a cake. What kind of cake you eat? She was like, I don't eat cake. I'd rather have a bottle instead of cake. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'll get you a bottle for your birthday instead of a cake. That's fine. Anyway, long story short, fast forward, we go see the movie coming out. We was going to walk the strip because the movie theater that we went to, it was like in a shopping mall. It had like a shopping center. So it had like the NARS store, the Baccarat store, like all type of designer stores over there. So after the movie, she was like, let's go to the car and take a shot and then we could go walk around. So that's what we do. We go to the car, we take a shot, and you know, drink and make you get up in your feelings. And she was already thinking about one of her niggas, the one that was supposed to buy her perfume. But yeah, she was just trying kind of venting to me about them. And I do want to say, because this made me literally remember something that I feel like I want to get off my chest right now before I forget to even mention it. She always, come to find out, would be like, I could talk to Tatiana for hours and still feel like I don't know nothing about her. The whole time when we did used to talk, it would be very one-sided. It would be about her venting about her dudes. I can't remember. I think I can remember, and it's on one hand, and I still probably have 3 fingers left over. How many times she asked me, well, how was your day? What did you do today? How you feeling about this? You know, whatever. It would just be like, yeah, this nigga this, and this nigga that. Bitch, it was always about a fucking nigga. I'm on it out. But I ain't gonna say that. And I never said it behind her back. I never honestly felt it in the moment. I'm just like, oh, okay, you know, she need to vent. Ho, sometimes I need to vent. I usually don't vent to people because I know how people are. So that's why I go write it down in my little diary. I write it down in my journal, okay? Shit like Brandy, bitch. Moesha, I mean. So yeah, I just felt like that was just super fucking weird for her to say we could talk for hours and she still feel like she didn't know me, knowing that when we got on these phone calls or when we got in person, all you would talk about is dudes. That kind of just rubbed me the wrong way. So yeah, we just in a car, and I mean, she's talking for so long, which I didn't mind. I just gotta reiterate that. But I did want to walk the strip and get my content, so I had to cut her off. I'm like, girl, let's walk and talk. Let's do something, right? So we get to walking around the strip, and we just going into different stores, walking by them, and we come up on a NARS store. I'm like, ooh, I need to get me some concealer. Mind you, I don't even think they had my shaded concealer at the time, but I'm like, girl, this concealer is so good. Because she was like, oh, this is the concealer you use. Your makeup always looks good. It's that and the third. I'm like, yes, you need this. You need this. So she get the color matching herself to the concealer. I'm really thinking she finna buy this concealer. So I'm like, oh, that's your perfect shade. Get it, get it, get it. She like, no, I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna get it. So I'm like, why you not gonna get it? So I'm like, girl, I'm gonna get it for you then. She was like, no, you don't have to get it for me. You don't have to get it. I'm like, girl, I'm gonna get it for you. Just consider it an early birthday gift. She was like, no, you don't have to get it. You don't have to get it. I got it already. So we get to the register, we ring it up. It's $32, or it's a little over $32 or something, because you know, taxes or whatever. She was like, oh, it's that much? It's that much? I'm like, it's yeah, girl, it's NARS. She was like, you didn't have to. I'm like, girl, just consider it like a part of your birthday gift or something. And then we ended up getting some free shit from NARS too. So after that, we just walking around, and I'm still vlogging, we talking, I'm thinking we bonding about the small things. Like, I feel like you don't have to know somebody's trauma and secrets to bond with them. So maybe I was the only one thinking that we was bonding, and like, oh, you know what? I really like her. I really like this girl. We really friends out here. I really got me a friend. Bitch, whole time I don't know this bitch. I don't know nothing about her. What's your trauma? I want to know your secrets. That's what's going through her head. Fast forward again. More time is going by. And remember I told y'all we wanted to go to Dallas for her birthday, right? But it's like she had mentioned it and then didn't really mention it again. So that same weekend, Dej was having a friend from back home fly in. I don't think the friend was coming specifically for her, but they was going to be in town, and of course she wanted to see her friend. I'm really trying to remember if Dej was there. I feel like Dej was not there, because me and Wig, I remember being on the phone with Wig in the mall parking garage. We was at the mall for something, me and Wig. And Dej had called, and we got to talking about Wig Dallas trip for her birthday. And Deja was like, she had a friend coming into town, basically. And Wig was like, well, I told you that, you know, I wanted to go to Dallas that same weekend. So what's up? Like, you know, it was like a misunderstanding, a miscommunication. Now I think about it, the situation was more so like Wig had mentioned her Dallas trip, right? Then she didn't mention it for a minute. So when Deja had brought up that same weekend, one of her friends is coming to Houston, I feel like that's when she started feeling some type of way, because she was like, oh, I thought we were going on my Dallas trip. But girl, you ain't been talking about this Dallas trip for a cute little minute now. So what's up? Like, you ain't said 2 words about it. Long story short, they started kind of getting into it. So I'm on the phone with Deja, and I'm trying to be the mediator. I'm trying to be the peacemaker. And at one point, it got kind of heated, and Deja didn't give a fuck because she probably felt disrespected. I can't tell you how she felt, but I feel like she felt disrespected. So she started just saying, like, basically, fuck the trip. Shit. You know, in other words, because you're not finna disrespect me and think that I'm finna still go on the trip. So I had to take her off a speaker because I felt like if Wig would have heard what she was saying, like, I couldn't be the peacemaker no more. So I'm just like, oh, you know, y'all need to talk. We can talk this out. We can work this out. It's just a misunderstanding, a miscommunication, this, that, and the third. So me, what I want to do, I wanted to go to Deja's house right then and there. We're finna pull up because we're a throuple. It's we a 3. And this not finna fuck that up. So I'm about to pull up and y'all gonna make up. Deja was like, no, she wasn't trying to hear it. Wig was like, no, wasn't trying to hear it. So I get to driving off. I'm on the phone with Deja this whole time. And you could tell Wig wanted me to get off the phone because she was giving me directions, but she wanted to go ride by houses in a certain neighborhood because she liked to ride by houses to like manifest that lifestyle. So she just liked to look and ride by and, you know, I guess feel like, you know, one day this is going to be mine type of thing. So we going down them streets and she like, look at that house. Did you see that house? Look at that house. Look at that house over there. You're not even looking. Look at that house. Look at this house. Look at that house. Look here, there, everywhere. Bitch. I'm trying to drive. Hold on. And I'm on the phone trying to play peacemaker. So I'm like, Wig, we about to go to Deja's house. This not finna happen. Like, this not finna be this. Y'all about to talk it out. I'm about to pull up so y'all can talk it out. So, long story short, we end up at Deja's house because I was dead ass serious. And I pull up. I don't know if she was on the phone with her brother already or he had called when they was talking it out, but either way, I had went into her room. I had took her phone, went into her room to talk to him so they could talk it out in peace. You know, I don't need to be that way. Y'all talk it out. I'm gonna give y'all privacy. So I'm in the room talking to him. We on the phone. He telling me how he gonna come around October, around Halloween and whatever. It's gonna be a cool time. So I'm like, yeah. And after a little while, I come out. I'm like, y'all good? Y'all cool? And they're like, yeah. They like, yeah, everything cool. They done figured it out. I'm like, cool. I'm glad we could work this out because miscommunications is like the biggest reason people fall out. You know, people friendships end, long friendships end. So yeah, tell me why. Come to find out, mind you, I did not know this in real time. I found this out later on. Tell me why Wig, when they was talking it out, Wig was trying to put the blame on me. Like I'm the reason there was a miscommunication between the two of them. I was being messy and I was trying to start shit. And when I heard that, I was genuinely thrown off because me trying to get them to make up came from a genuine place. Like, I was not, if anything, I was trying to be the peacemaker so we could all just go to Dallas and have fun. I was so confused. Like, honestly, that shit really irritated me. And at the same time, I feel like Deja was kind of trying to keep the peace too and not even tell me that because, of course, that's her friend. She don't want to create no extra drama or unnecessary drama. Obviously, you tell me something like that, I ain't going to take it lightly. But I feel like Wig had been playing the middle this whole time. That she was just kind of still testing the waters with it, trying to see if we was communicating back and forth, telling each other, and we both just trying to stay loyal and keep the peace. That's what I realized after the fact. In real time, I ain't even have a clue. So I'm just like, oh, this bitch really I don't know, y'all. I'm literally confused. I don't even know how to feel about it. When it was set in stone that we was going to Dallas, me and Wig would be on the phone, sending each other outfits back and forth, trying to figure out what we're going to wear to the dinner. We looking for rooms, all that stuff. We just trying to get stuff together, right? So we sending outfits back and forth because I'm trying to find something to wear to her dinner too because she wanted to go eat at STK in Dallas. So she ended up sending me this dress that she wanted to order, that she was thinking about ordering for her birthday dinner, right? So when I confirmed that's like the dress that she really wanted, I ended up sending her some money over so she could buy the dress, because you're not telling me what you want for your birthday. You're not telling me what you have in mind. Somebody had already bought the perfume for her, so I'm like, dang, can't buy the perfume for her. I was gonna try to surprise her, but she had already got it. So I'm like, you know what, since she's not telling me what she want, I'm gonna just like send her money and pay for like some of the stuff that she want to do, right? Or that she want, like the dress. So I sent her money over so she could get her birthday dress. Then we start looking for rooms. And we both actively looking for rooms. So I'm sending rooms and prices and stuff, and we going back and forth with it. So I'm like, at one point I was like, you think we should get 2 beds? And I only asked that because, first of all, the price for 2 beds to 1 bed had jumped kind of crazy. Like, I felt like it shouldn't have jumped that far in the price for us to only get 2 beds. But I asked her, I'm like, I'm texting her like, 1 bed is this price and 2 beds is this price. And I'm knowing how she is, right, with money. She's kind of like frugal. She's kind of cheap because she don't always be having it. I had to, that's another story. And I know on top of that, that all 3 of us have slept in Dave's bed before. She had a king size bed. We could have all fit in that hotel bed if she just decided she wanted only 1 bed. And I'm asking you because, girl, this is your birthday trip. Like, what you want to do? We splitting it 3 ways equally. So it's whatever you want to do. So I'm like, this is the price for this and this is the price for this. So I'm like, if you care about the price, do you care about the price? She was like, I kind of do care about the price. And I'm like, okay, me too, because the price had jumped drastically. Now, when I said I cared about, bitch, I was lying. I ain't gonna lie. I just said, okay, me too, because I know how she is. So I'm trying to work within her budget. I'm trying to like be considerate because she's like cheap. So she was like, let's do the 1 bed because I'm not gonna be staying there nothing but 1 night, and Dej leaves like the very next day. Dej was only gonna be there 1 day because she had to work the next day. She had work. So I was in my head, I'm like, okay, why is she only gonna be staying there? Why is Wig only gonna be staying there 1 night? That didn't make no sense, but okay. So Dej had messaged like, just tell me how much I owe. I'm not good with numbers or something like that. I'm not good with this. And that's when Wig had responded with the breakdown. Her and Dej was gonna be paying like $67, I believe, and I was gonna be paying like 130 something. So I'm like, what the fuck? This ain't an even breakdown. Now I feel like you kind of just playing in my face. But without hesitation, you know what? I lied. In the moment, I didn't feel like I started feeling like that as time went by. In the moment, I just said, okay, like, that's the breakdown. I don't know why she was only staying 1 night. She was gonna stay with her friend 1 night. So you having us drive down here so you can stay with your friend, girl, that shit was just weird to me. That part was weird to me. I was like, huh? I was confused. But as far as the money, I wasn't like, what? That's weird. Like, why am I paying more? I started feeling like that as time went on and stuff started adding up to me in my head. I just said, okay. You know, I'm not trying to make it a big deal. It's her birthday weekend. I just want things to go smooth. But when I started looking back, I realized she purposely stayed with her friend that first night so we didn't have to split it down evenly. Like, Dej was only staying 1 night regardless. But me and her, we went on Saturday and we stayed till Monday. That should have been an even split between me and Wig. But she purposely didn't stay all the days because she didn't want to split it evenly. So fast forward to the actual day we were supposed to go to Dallas. Wig had left earlier, like a few hours earlier than we had left. And Dej had came to pick me up so we could ride together because we needed to go get the rental car. We was going to leave her car at like the airport parking place. It was like a hotel over there. You could park your car, get the rental car, and, you know, do it like that. So long story short, we went to go get the rental car. Whole time Wig is watching, I think she was watching Dej's location because I believe she was saying little things, or she was just like looking to see when we was actually leaving. Long story short, we go to get the rental car. The rental car is not available. After we waited around for I don't know how long, they told us that it wasn't available. Something was wrong with it. So now we leaving even later. We gonna get to Dallas even later. We already sat back like an hour or two. Everybody's irritated, but we get on the road. The trip is already starting off to a bad start. We get on the road, right? I drive like the first 3 hours, and that last hour, Dej drive because I needed to do my makeup. As we get closer, Dej is realizing I think she had forgot her camera battery, and I had forgot my setting spray. So we like, okay, we're gonna stop at Target. The next Target, we're gonna stop at it, right? And mind you, we close. We like maybe 20-30 minutes out. So yeah, we get to Target, we up in there getting what we need, doing our thing. I guess Wig was again checking Dej's location, and I don't know. Oh no, you know, I think she called her while we was in Target, and she was like letting her know, like, yeah, you know, I forgot my battery charger. T forgot this, and we just getting in. We gonna be on the way. Like, she was like, she was basically trying to rush us because she wanted to go to the carnival. And you know what? Even if we had left, made it, and got there in time to go to the carnival, we only would have been in that carnival for like an hour. We wouldn't even had like the full carnival experience. But she wanted us to hurry up and come because one of her niggas was paying for us, all of us, to get in, and he was gonna pay for our passes and stuff like that. And I'm like, if you wanted him to trick on you for your birthday, he could have just sent the money. He literally did not have to go too. I felt like she was rushing us for him to accommodate him. But it's like, if he really gonna do all the things that he said, he could have just sent you over the funds or the tickets or whatever. Like, don't rush us to accommodate no nigga. You know, it's not like we was taking our sweet time. We was gonna be late anyway. The time that we got there was always gonna be the time that we got there because of the rental car had set us back so much. So yeah, fast forward, we leaving Target, we sitting in the car talking, I'm finishing up my makeup, and here she go calling again. She called Dash. Dash put it on speaker. Here she go.
Why are you just sitting in the car?
She said something like, why you just sitting there in the Target parking lot? Something like that. How?
Like, why we not on the way? So I look over, I'm like, bitch, I continue doing my makeup because I'm like, huh? So then, yeah, she like, yeah, y'all are this far away and it's going to be this time and da-da-da. So we like, well, it don't even seem like we going to make it to the carnival. Maybe we should just go tomorrow. So we going back and forth, like, all right, we going to hurry up and try to rush it. No, we should do it tomorrow. You sure you want to rush it? No, let's just do it tomorrow. We going back and forth. Finally, it's just like, we have to do this tomorrow. By the time we get there, we ain't gonna have no time up in that carnival. So fast forward, we end up pulling up to a bar. We meet her. She parked her car in a parking garage. We pick her up and we go to a rooftop bar. When we picked her up though, you could tell her attitude was stale. So we trying to, well, at least I was. I'm trying to just fake the funk because I'm not trying to let nobody else's attitude affect my time. So I'm like, take a shot, girl. It's your birthday, we can take a shot, whatever. We in Dallas. Turn up, we in Dallas. So she get taking a shot, and low key, I felt like not liquid. I was gonna say liquid liquor. Liquor was like what made her fun, because without it, she was very stale a lot of the times. I'm not gonna lie. She was. I feel like the way Wig was drunk is the way that me and Dej was sober. So she needed some liquor to loosen up. So we get up in the bar and it's a cool time. I can't remember nothing crazy that happened. We was just taking pictures, and then we had to rush back to the hotel room because we had dinner reservations for STK, so we had to get changed and all that extra stuff. Our makeup was already done for the most part. At least mine was. I think Wig had to get all the way ready. So I don't know, Wig thought that I was gonna ride with her to the hotel room or what, but she was like, yeah, Dej, you could just follow us or something like that. I don't know. However it happened, long story short, we were supposed to follow Wig to the room, and she got mad and zoomed off. Bitch, that hoe put the pedal to the metal. Next thing we know, we looking up, we vibing, me and Dej vibing, blasting music, blasting Kodak and Chief Sosa. We look up, that toy car down the street. That toy car gone with the wind, fabulous, bitch. So we like, what the fuck? How we supposed to follow her? Like, it was just like a bunch of weird small shit that she kept doing. People do small shit to get under your skin or antagonize you, so when you bring it up later, you could sound crazy. Like, what? That's, you tripping. That, I just da-da-da-da. That's small. You trip about anything. You sensitive. Like, bitch, hoe. I done been around this block too many times. You cannot gaslight me. We finally get to dinner. And we like vlogging, you know, we getting our content, we order drinks, we just sitting there talking. And I believe we order appetizers and stuff too. So we waiting on her other friends to come in, and they was having like a back and forth because she didn't know if her friends was gonna pull up to the birthday dinner. I don't know why. I believe it's because one of her friends, the female friend, she didn't want to go to STK. She wanted Wig to have her birthday dinner at somewhere else. So she didn't even want to pull up for real. Long story short, by the time our like main entrees come out and we eating, talking, having a good time, right? Her two Dallas friends walk in. So it's a girl and a boy. They walk into the table. Look like they had been out like all day or something. They wasn't like dressed how we was dressed. They wasn't dressed for dinner to pull up to her dinner, her birthday dinner. So they pull up, and long story short, they had went to go eat somewhere else before they came to her birthday dinner. They basically just pulled up for drinks. Actually, the boy only pulled up for drinks because her female friend didn't even want to drink. It looked like she didn't even want to be there. Her attitude was dry, stank, just, girl. So her guy friend was like, you know, I'll order a drink and I'll cheers with you and stuff like that, right? So I'm just like, this is kind of strange. Do anybody think this is weird? I'm just, whatever. We all trying to engage and talk to her. She's very dry, very standoffish, the female friend. But the guy friend, he was pretty cool. And he was telling us like, yeah, after this, we gonna go, we finna go outside. Like, we gonna do this, that, and the third. Why would you, as her two best friends, pull up to her birthday dinner? Girl, why would y'all pull up to her birthday dinner with a full tummy? That's crazy. Not even with just a full tummy. It's like you late as hell at that too. Like, you shouldn't even pull it up if that's the case. You was gonna be weird like that. But Wig had felt some type of way, rightfully so, because I felt some type of way for her. I almost felt bad. Actually, I did feel bad because I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just grab our drinks. And I think Dej had already planned on paying for her food and stuff, but I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just grab the drinks. And cause girl, they done set up here and played in your face. I do not even want you to feel some type of way, or I don't want it to ruin your night, but I think it did ruin her night. So yeah, we tried to make the rest of the night, we tried to make the best of the rest of the night, and I thought we was gonna go outside, but she just wanted to go back to the room. And that's the night that she had actually, she had spent the night at her friend's house to avoid paying an extra night for sleeping in the hotel. So she had left us, and it was just me and Deja in a room, whatever. We ended that night. The next day come, we get up and she come back to the room because we was gonna go to the fair that day. We was gonna go to the fair that day because in the daytime because Dej had to leave that night. So it was just gonna be me and Wig after Dej left. So we like, yeah, let's get it in. Let's go to the fair. Girl, late as hell as usual. Actually, I don't even know how time got away from us like that. We got home. I mean, not home. We got to the hotel room late, so we got up late. And time just ran from us. It picked up and ran because by the time we got to the fair, we found decent parking, paid for the tickets. We went up in there. We were driving around trying to park. We see how long the line is. And I'm like, we ain't never finna get up in that line. I mean, get up in that fair and have time to do shit up in there. You know, we gonna waste money and time if we stand in a line. The line was so damn long, y'all don't understand. But at this point, we had paid $40 for parking and then tickets. So I'm like, y'all, this ain't gonna do it tonight. We ain't gonna get up in there. Like, we gotta weigh our pros and cons. We gotta like think logically. It ain't gonna happen. Everybody like, yeah, that's a long ass line. It's a long ass line. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just take my L on a parking, and then I'm gonna send Wig money for the ticket that she had wasted. Like, I had Zelled her back the money, you know? So she didn't feel like she wasted money on a ticket because none of us went to the fair. To be honest, we all wasted money. So we ended up just linking up with Dej's uncle at a bar until it was time for her to leave. And then she left. Me and Wig go back to the room. We freshen up and we go out to a bar too. And I had talked about that on my membership about the dudes that we had met that night because they was very, very strange. Next day, we like, okay, this is the next day we had to check out. Not it was the last day in the room. We had to check out. So I'm like, okay, we're going to be up at 11. We're going to definitely get in this fair today. Because we had made plans to try to hit this fair one more time before we left Dallas. So we get up and we getting ready. The vibes is off. She walking around like with an attitude, mugging. I know she got resting bitch face because I got resting bitch face, but this was different. She walking around mugging and shit. And we not even talking to each other. We just getting ready in the dead silence. And it's so awkward to me. So fast forward, when we leave, the first thing she want to go do is get a bottle. So I'm like, oh, she must be irritated or something. Maybe she was irritated because I asked to stop at Ulta. I ain't had no lash glue. I don't know. But she wanted to go get a bottle. And I'm like, yeah, she needs liquor to be fun. So let's just go get this bottle. Hopefully it puts you in a better mood. We go get the bottle. We go to the fair. We riding around trying to find like that cheap parking, that $10, $20 parking. Lots packed out. It was still packed for a Monday. So I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of riding around. Let's go to the $40 lot. I'll pay the $40 to get us this closer parking, y'all. Sorry. I got tongue tied. The closer parking costs $40. So I'm like, yeah, I'll pay it. So I pay for the parking and I pay to get us up in the fair. When we get up in the fair, finally, I could tell the vibes was off. I don't know what was wrong with her, but something was definitely wrong with her. So I'm running back the whole like events of the weekend. I'm like, dang, is it because her friends didn't come to the dinner on time? Is it because they came with a full tummy? Is it because we didn't go to the strip club that night? Is it because yo nigga that you wanted to call you and tell you happy birthday didn't hit you up? You're like, what? Why do you have this attitude? I feel like it was so many things, but I don't know. Who knows? But all I do know is by the end of the trip, I was like, everything we did here, we literally could have did in Houston. We did not have to drive 4 hours to get a room and do nothing because we really went down there for dinner and to go to the fair. We could have did all of that in Houston. But I wasn't tripping. I'm like, you know what? It's her birthday weekend. We just gonna do whatever you want to do. But it was definitely a waste of money if you ask me because we didn't go out there and do anything but be dry for real. And she had an attitude. So we get out there. I'm not even gonna get too much into the time at the fair because in the moment I'm like, this is kind of awkward, it's kind of dry, but I did vlog, and the way I chopped the vlog up, I'm like, you probably won't even be able to tell. I tried my hardest to chop all the awkward, the weird looks, the everything out. Just because, you know, that was my friend. I don't want nobody roasting her, but I'm like, ooh, that was weird. Let me cut that out. Ooh, they probably gonna say this. The comments probably gonna eat her up about this. Let me cut her out. I mean, let me cut that part out, you know? So, yeah, fast forward, we on the way back home, and she driving back, right? So, like, and then she's venting about her friends. So I'm like, okay, that must have been what was bothering her because she going in on her friends. Like, it really must have hurt her because we talked about it like damn near the whole ride for real. So, at one point, I'm like, you want me to drive? She was like, we basically here now. So I'm like, oh, and that's another thing that she was mad about. She wanted me to, like, she wanted to split the drive up. Yeah, as we get closer to the house, I don't know, I think Dej had called to see, like, if we had made it or how close we was or something like that. So I ended up being on the phone with Dej for, like, the last hour to drive, and I could tell she was getting irritated because we was talking, we was having a ball, and I don't know, girl. I talked to Dej all the way until I got up in my house. Not on purpose, because all three of us was talking for real, but I could tell that she was kind of like getting dry, not restless, but like dry with the conversation. It just was kind of dry. Yeah, so she dropped me off at home, and after that, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna chill for a minute. I need to purge my energy. Like, I need to get this up off me, and then on top of that, I feel like when I'm doing shit back to back to back, I need to just chill for a minute. We had just got back from a trip. I'm gonna just sit in the house for a minute because I don't know. This energy that's wafting around, bitch, I don't like it. I didn't know what it was about. Maybe it was nothing. Maybe she just wanted to be by herself in her own house or something. You know how people get when they social battery run out. So I'm like, yeah, maybe that's what it is. Giving her the benefit of the doubt. Let's skip to the weekend of Halloween. That year, Halloween fell on like a Tuesday. And we was gonna go out that weekend, because I don't do stuff on the actual day of Halloween. Halloween is for me and my girl. Like New Year's, Christmas, Halloween, I don't budge on them. I spend them with my daughter. So, yeah, it was like a few days before we was gonna go out, and Wig had hit me up, and she was like, girl, I'm finna come to that side of town and go to the shop. I'm like, why? She was like, because I ain't got nothing to wear. My stuff from Fashion Nova don't fit, and you know, I need something to wear. We finna go out soon. So I'm like, okay, you finna come all the way over here just to go find a Halloween costume at 10 p.m., girl? Can't this shit wait? So, oh, you know what? Mind you, it couldn't wait because Halloween costumes was selling out like that. Like that. Because it was like, Halloween was in maybe like 4 days or something, 5 days. So she was like, yeah, I'm finna come. So I'm like, okay, that's cool, whatever. Bitch, come on. So she was like, you got a bottle? I'm like, yeah, I got a bottle in the freezer. I always had a bottle in the freezer because I ain't never finished bottles like that. So fast forward, she drive that 40 minutes and she come pick me up. We got the bottle. We take the shots in the car at 10 p.m., bitch, 10. So we go to the sex shop and we looking for costumes. Long story short, after being in there for a minute, she ended up finding a ninja costume. So we cool. We like, all right, relief, a sigh of relief. We end up going to Fat Crab and we eat some crab legs, order us a drink and all that. After that, I'm like, let's go to Dej's house. Let's pull up on Dej. It was like midnight at that point. Or no, it was midnight. Yeah, it was around that time. It's midnight. So we end up pulling up on Dej. We over there taking shots. It's like 1. We dancing. She playing music. It was completely random, bitch. I'm always down for a random adventure. So the next day, we got up, and I want y'all to remember this. we got up, I got up, got ready. We was going to the Galleria Mall. So I go over to Dave's house because she asked me to do her hair. Mind you, did she even ask me? No, I don't even think she asked me. She was trying to do the bun herself. So she wanted like a low bun. Y'all know how girls be having them top knot buns, but she wanted a low one. So I'm like, I'm sure I could do this, like, you know, because she couldn't get it. I think Wig was trying to help her with it before I got there, and Wig couldn't get it. So I get there and I start messing with the bun, and I'm doing it, we doing it. We finally figure it out, right? Mind you, it's braiding hair all over the bathroom. Everything is everywhere because we was trying to figure out this low knot bun, if that's what it's called. So we finally get it, and we geeked up because now we can finally get to this mall before it closed. We cleaning up before we leave. Wigs in there, throwing away the braiding hair, everything like that. So we go to Fat Tuesday, then we go to the mall. Then after that, we go back to the same shop that we had just left. Me and Wig had just left the previous night to find Deja costume because she didn't have a costume. So yeah, we get up in there, we find her like a little costume, and after that we go chill because, mind you, we had been day drinking. And here we go again. Mind you, when we was in the mall, Wig had an attitude, and I don't know what the attitude was about because we like, you okay, you good, you okay, you good. She just had an attitude. I cannot tell you why. These random attitudes would just come out of nowhere. So I was really thrown off about that. But you know, I feel like in the moment, that's the shit you gotta ignore, because if I'm asking you if you okay and you saying you cool, what the fuck am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do with that? By the time we did all that, we got back to the house, got ready to go out. We rushing, mind you. We were supposed to go to the address. The address was having something for Halloween. We ended up missing the club. How do we miss a place that closed at 2 a.m.? I don't know. Y'all don't ask me, please. I have no clue. But we decided we was just gonna go to an after hours. So we ended up still pulling up to the address just to peep the scene. Then we go to that gas station that's like right across the street from the address. And that's the night that we seen somebody get poked up. And I was on live, and I mentioned this in the first part. That's when Wig was in the backseat pouting because she couldn't be on live. She was like making slick little comments, and girl, it was a lot. And that's the night she had did that weird shit when Deja was about to tell me something. So you just gonna have to go watch the first video. But we did end up going to the after hours. We damn near missed the after hours. I don't know what we be doing. Time be picking up and running from our ass. But yeah, like I said in the first video, sometimes you just gotta feel the energy. It's not something you can always explain, but I definitely felt like hold on, my leg is doing something crazy. It's like falling asleep. Ooh. So yeah, basically I'm just saying that to say, like, this is like little small shit that constantly had to be ignored when the vibes was off. Now let's fast forward to the top of November, right? So remember I said Deja's brother was supposed to be coming into town for Halloween, but he ended up pushing it back. So on this particular weekend, he had came with Deja's cousin, and they had got an Airbnb, and we was gonna go to Prospect Park that night. They was gonna like be there for the whole weekend. We was supposed to go out the whole weekend, right? So on this night, the first night, which was like Friday, I pulled up, and I'm ready. I'm at Deja's house. She getting ready too, except for she couldn't find her wig, this bomb ass wig she got from Wiggins. She couldn't find it nowhere. So we both tearing the house up looking for that wig, right? Because I think she had like changed how she wanted to do her hair at the last minute. So we tearing the house up, and remember that one weekend, matter of fact, that was like the week before when I had did Deja the low knot bun on her head when we went to the Galleria and got the Fat Tuesdays. Her wig was in the bathroom because she couldn't decide if she wanted the bun or the wig. Both was an option, right? So I'm like, damn. She was like, the last thing she said was she remembered her wig being in the bathroom. Then after that, she ain't see it no more. So I'm like, damn, what the fuck happened to the wig? What happened to the wig? So we could not find that wig for nothing. She finding every other piece of hair she had except for that wig. So I'm like, if you want, I got wigs at my house that I got for promo. I had like 4-5 wigs at the house. And I'm like, I could run and go get you one, and you could wear that for tonight. But after that, I'm gonna need it back to do the promo, to do the wig video. And then after I finish my content, you can have it if you like it. So that was an option, but obviously she pissed because the wig that was missing was her customized wig, right? So she like mad. She just want her wig, you know? Fast forward, she's still looking for her wig. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just go run and get the wig as a backup plan. If you find your wig, then that's fine, but I'm gonna run back to my house to get a different wig. So I'm on the phone with Wig. I know I'm saying wig. Take a shot every time I say wig. I'm on the phone with Wig, and I'm like, have you seen Deja? Wiggins' wig? Like, I know she said it was in the bathroom and da-da-da-da. She was like,
Well, I don't know. Like, the only thing is in the bathroom is when you was cleaning up that braiding hair and throwing it away.
so I'm like, I ain't cleaning up no braiding hair and throw it away. You was cleaning up the braiding hair and throwing it away. I ain't do that. I didn't touch nothing. I don't want to sound trifling, but I didn't clean nothing. I was too busy doing and finishing up Dave's hair. You was the one cleaning up so we could go. So she was like, well, I don't know. I haven't seen the wig. I don't know, but I'm on the way. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm running back to my house to go and find Deja a different wig. And I'll be on my way back over there afterwards, right? At this point, it's getting later and later and later. And I was like, I just wanted to go out like on time. I felt like we always missed everything. So I wanted to go out on time and be there enough to like, you know, enjoy the time. So I'm like trying to run back and forth. I run up in my house. I'm going through wigs. I'm flipping wigs out of boxes. I'm sending pictures, FaceTiming Days like, which wig you think? Which wig? So she finally picked a wig. I hurry up, grab all my shit, and then run back on. During that time, I think she had also called Wig looking for her Wiggins wig too. So we get back to the house and we try to lay that wig and customize it as much as we could with the little piece of time that we had. And it ended up being cool. We took some shots and she let it roll off her back for the moment because she still want her damn wig, rightfully so.
I'm gonna just tell y'all right now what happened to the wig because I know I'm gonna forget. Y'all, tell me why Wig had took Dej Wiggins' wig home, ran it through her washer, probably her dryer too, brought it back a natted up mess. I'm talking about the combs missing inside and everything. Whole time, she was behind the scenes, not even behind the scenes, because she low-key tried to blame me to my own ear on the phone, talking about, yeah, wow, it was in there with that braiding hair. You probably threw it away. No, you're the one who did that. You're the one who accidentally took the wig home, ran it through your washer, and gave it back to her a hot mess and unbearable, and tried to blame me.
Right. So at this point, I'm all over the place with my emotions. I'm hangry. I ain't ate all day. I'm kind of getting irritated because I just want to go out. And it's just like a lot of emotions going on. So we finally leave and we pull up to the Airbnb. Oh, you know, we had got food first. We had got velvet taco and we eat the velvet taco at the Airbnb. And then some time go by, we talking and stuff, and we ended up going to Prospect Park. Put up to Prospect Park. It was a cool time.
All right, for this next part, I'm not going to get into too much detail out of respect for my friend. And I hope y'all don't get confused because I'm going to still try to paint the picture for y'all without saying too much. So if it sounds like I'm leaving something out, I am.
Right, I'm not even going to get into too much detail. But basically, we stayed until Prospect Park closed. Y'all know that's at 2 a.m. And they will clear you out. They clearing everybody out. So everybody's getting up and leaving. They walking out. Mind you, I think I had to go to the bathroom or something. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I had to go to the bathroom. And Dave's brother was walking with me. Now, out of respect for my friend, I'm not going to get too deep into the incident. But I could just say, all I'm going to say is that an incident happened that left my nail broke and my finger literally dripping blood. Mind you, I had wrapped my finger in some napkins and now I'm walking outside and I'm visibly pissed the fuck off. So the first person who had seen me was Wig. The first person who seen me was Wig. And she was like, what's wrong? And I'm like, Dave's brother? Because I'm mad as fuck. And like, oh God. So she was like, what happened? I'm like, I'm gonna tell you later. Because I'm not trying to fuck up the time and have an attitude and stuff like that. And two, the security is actively telling everybody, clear the parking lot, get in your car and get the hell, you ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the hell up out of here. So Dej had seen me. Mind you, we had all been drinking, but I was in my right mind again. That pain and my anger of my finger and the incident that just happened had snapped me out of it. Dej had asked me like, what happened? I'm like, yo, brother. But I'm not sure if she even heard me because there was a lot of commotion going on. So Wig asked me if she wanted me to drive my car. So I'm like, yeah, because she was cool to drive. So I get in the back and I'm in the back seat with Dej, and Dej's brother get in the back seat on the other side of me. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just suck it up and I'm not gonna ruin everybody's time. I'm gonna just have a talk with my friend when we get by ourselves one-on-one. But for now, I'm gonna just have to, like, you know, put it to the back of my head because I'm not trying to ruin nobody else's time. You know, we out, we trying to have a good time, don't ruin the night. So we on the way to Double Apple at this point because that's the after hours. And her brother get to smoking in my car. Basically, it was like a lot of small incidents that was really pissing me off. But the smoking really got me because if I ask you not to smoke in my car, don't fucking smoke in my car. So I'm telling him to put it out, roll the window down at least. He like, no, just fully, I felt like he was fully disrespecting me in my car. So that's another thing that I just felt like I had to suck up. And y'all gonna see why I'm even mentioning this, because by the time the last incident happened, I was very much at my breaking point. So we get to Double Apple and I'm trying to just act like everything is cool because I don't want to talk about it right now in this moment. Like I said, I wanted to wait till I got with my friend one-on-one and we could talk about it alone. So We get to Double Apple. He's like apologizing. We in a parking lot. Cause what did I leave in the car? I think I had left my phone in the car or something. Cause mind you, I was vlogging that night. So he had came with me to get my phone off the car. And it was a lot going on. But yeah, he was like apologizing and talking and this, that, and the third. So I'm like, okay, whatever, it's cool. You know what? Did he apologize? You know what? He didn't apologize. He just kept saying, I'll pay for your nail. I'll pay for that. I'll pay for that. There's nothing. I'll pay for it. But to me, it was something because the way my finger looked was fucking crazy. I'm gonna say I'm gonna put a clip up, but I'm gonna flash a quick picture. But the clip, my camera keeps stopping, so I'm about to try to rush through this part. So Double Apple was cool. I tried to just put it to the back of my mind and not think about it in the moment. So whatever, after Double Apple, we go to Katz's because Katz is 24-hour restaurant. So we get there and everybody is getting into the booth and I don't want to get inside the booth. I want to sit on the outside of the booth because I know I want to get up, probably go rinse my finger off after I order my food. You know, I don't got time to be like, excuse me, pardon me, you know, trying to get out that damn booth. So I'm waiting till everybody get in and her brother is like basically telling me to get inside of the booth. I'm like, no, I want to sit on the outside of the booth. So long story short, we ended up kind of having a verbal back and forth because I'm not listening to him. And it kind of got heated and he ended up calling me a goofy. It's not what you say, I feel like it's how you say it. He said it like, bitch, you know, to me, that's how I interpret it. So I'm trying to contain myself. I'm trying not to get heated, but I'm actively getting heated. The police was in there. I started talking crazy out my ass. And some more shit, it got very, very heated to the point where we all just decided to leave. So I'm walking out first and Wig is walking beside me and she's just like she's saying little shit like,
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I don't know what that was about, but this, that, and the third. I'm glad you didn't do this and I'm glad you contained yourself and da-da-da.
I'm like, what the fuck? I'm so mad at the time. I'm not even saying nothing. I'm not even like internalizing. I'm not registering what she's saying. I'm just like, I'm mad as hell trying to unpack the situation that just happened, right? So mind you, we all get back in the car and we go to drop them off at the Airbnb. So we get back to the Airbnb. Dej get out to go to the restroom and the brother get out because he at the Airbnb. So, and the cousin get out too, right? So it's just me and Wig in the car, and Wig is like,
oh yeah, I know that was hard for you, but I'm proud of you for not going off, and I'm proud of you for not doing this and this, that, and the third. Like, yeah, I don't know what that was about. That was crazy, da-da-da.
Right, but the whole time you didn't say shit at the table. You know what, that's another story. But yeah, so we just talking, and in the middle of us talking, the cousin ended up coming back out, and he was like, man, what's wrong with you? You tripping, da-da-da. So I'm like, I'm not going out this weekend. And he was like, no, just come out with us. It's not that serious. Just come out. We gonna have a good time, this, that, and the third. So I'm like, no, I'm not going out. So he was like, nah, just come out. He ain't gonna come. He not gonna come. He just said he not gonna come. So I'm like, you lying. Yes, he is. He was like, all right, he is, but you ain't gotta talk to him. Like, the cousin really wanted me to come out because we was all cool. We was all having a good ass time. So I'm like, nah, I'm cool. Right? So anyway, Dej ended up coming back up from the bathroom and we about to leave. But the cousin was like, take him to go get some food. So that's what we do. We ended up taking him around the corner to go get some food. So we in the drive-through line, right? And me and everybody is talking, and I noticed that Jazz started flirting with the cousin. So I'm like, you know, I'm egging it on. I'm like, yeah, she want to climb that tree. She's like, I'm climbing that tree, whatever. So she feeling the cousin. So the cousin get to talking to me and he back on me going out. So I'm like, nah, I'm not going out. Like, I'm not going out. I just told you, 50,000 times, nothing's gonna change. He was like, nah, just come out. It's not gonna be like that, da-da-da. So for him, just to shut him up, I'm like, all right, I'm come out. I had no plans of going out. So he was like, all right, well, put your number in my phone so I can wake you up. Mind you, me and the cousin, everybody I felt like was like on some chill shit. The cousin looked hella young to me. He looked like little bro for real. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't think it was nothing crazy. So yeah, I put my number in his phone and I see Wig side-eyeing me. And I'm like, what the fuck? Hold up, this ain't that bitch. I don't want that little boy. So because he looked young to me, mind you, he wasn't as young as he looked, but yeah, she's still kind of doing a little flirty thing and whatever. It was a lot going on in the car in the first place, but
you could tell Wig was in heat, like she was on his ass. And at one point, I think he was getting sick of it because he was trying not to say nothing like crazy. So he just started saying, nah, watch out, stop playing with me, nah. And she just kept going for him, and you could tell he wasn't feeling it, but she didn't see that.
During all of that, she was still flirting with him. Next thing I know, my phone lighting up. Mine was about, I don't even know what time in the morning, y'all. It was pushing like maybe 5 or 6 in the morning. Ain't nobody texting me at 5 and 6 in the morning. So it was him, mind you. I'm in the passenger. Wig is driving. So my phone is open like this, bright as hell. She can clearly see my phone. It's a text from Dave's cousin, and he sent me something like, you fine as hell, you know that, or something like that. And she seen it. I know she seen it, and I just knew. I was like, oh shit, she feels some. I know she feels some type of way. Mind you, I don't want this boy. I just felt the energy shift. I was like, oh hell, take me home. Take me home, shit. So after that, it was so awkward. We end up taking the cousin back to the Airbnb. We end up pulling back up to Dave's house, and I dropped them off. I was gonna spend the night, but I'm like, you know what? It's almost like, it's pushing 7 a.m. So I might as well go home. So I go home, mind you. On the way home, my finger is throbbing. Everything is just like, it was a lot of shit going on. And I did, before I left, I did tell him, like, look, if y'all brother going out, I'm not going to go out, and this, that, and the third, and I meant it. So, but if he don't go out and y'all just go out by yourself, then I'll come. So I'm just riding on the way home, and I'm just having like a million thoughts. I'm posting because my finger is throbbing. I finally get home. When I get home, it's like 7 something. I sit in my parking lot until 8 o'clock.
Let me add that I was going to Turks and Caicos in like 2 weeks, and where my finger was broke at, there was no nail bed. How the fuck am I supposed to do my Turks nails?
Because I'm trying to unpack everything. I'm playing it back in my head. I don't know. And a part of me didn't even want all that negative ass energy of the night in my house. So I'm like, I'm gonna wait until my emotions is different. I was just stuck. I was stuck in my car, I ain't gonna lie. So fast forward, the weekend go on. I didn't talk to them or anything. I think I did hit Deja up to not throw the box away for the wig, because mind you, I needed it for content. So I text her, she didn't text back. So I'm like, okay, like, I don't know. I just felt like the energy was off. And I can say like, this is where I can actively look back and take accountability. This is where I dropped the ball with communicating, and I'm assuming, and just, it was a lot of shit going on. So right, I had text her, she didn't text back. My pride was big, and my mind got to racing, because I'm like, do she feel some type of way, or like, what's going on?
Oh wait, I'm editing and I keep remembering stuff, right? Because mind you, I had told Jazz, like, if y'all go out by yourself, then I'll go out with y'all. And I had seen that they had went out by themselves. So in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, do they feel some type of way or something? But I wasn't thinking that until she didn't text me back. My mind got the race, and I can say I should have just called her or something. I could take accountability for that. This is why I'm saying this is where I dropped the ball with communicating, because I feel like a lot of misunderstandings could have been avoided. And looking back, I wouldn't do it the same. I would speak up and communicate. But at this point, my pride was so big, I was like, you know what? I done been through this shit too many times. I'm not kissing nobody ass. And you know, I don't know, bitch. I was just having a bunch of feelings.
Because I'm not gonna double text. Like, I'm not gonna double text. I don't know what the fuck. I just remember thinking, like, I'm not gonna double text, because all this shit happened to me, and you know, all I did was message you about the box and don't, you know, throw it away, and you didn't text back, right? So I ended up texting, mind you, I needed the wig back because I needed to do it for promo before I got my hair done, and I knew she was going out of town, and I wasn't gonna see her before she went out of town, so I needed to get the wig back. So when she texts back, I was gonna tell her I'm about to come pick the wig up. So I ended up texting wig, the real wig. I'm like, hey, before you leave, can you get the wig from Dej? She was like, she's still gonna be wearing it by the time I leave, I think. And mind you, it was nighttime. I don't know if that was going out or not, but I don't think Dej would have still been wearing it by the time she had left, especially if they wasn't going out, you know? You know what? I take that back. It might not have been nighttime. But either way, I had texted her explaining everything that I had just explained to y'all, that how she gonna be out of town and I gotta do my content. So after I sent that message, Dej had texted me, come get it. So in my head, I'm like, and mind you, she was texting back like late, super late, wig. But after I had sent that message, Dej had immediately texted me. So I'm like, that's fucking weird. Like, what is she doing? She trying to do some middleman shit. She going back and telling her like some weird shit.
Basically, immediately after I text Wig, she did not text me back. I got a message from Dej. As soon as I got that message from Dej, I don't know why I got this feeling that Wig was going back and being messy and doing some weird middleman shit, because the energy of the message just seemed off to me. Mind you, I know Wig. She was moving funny. She wasn't texting back. She wasn't answering the phone. I'm like, what the hell? And then immediately I get a text from Dej. So I'm like, yeah, she being messy, because why you not answering the phone?
So after I sent that message, Wig didn't respond, and I feel like that's where the problem started. That was the beginning of the downfall. You know what I'm saying? I promise you, I'm not trying to leave y'all on no cliffhanger. My camera keeps stopping. I do not have storage. It's only one more part. Stick with me with this last part, because the last part is the last part. I'm really tired of talking about this girl. I know y'all tired of parts, and just like y'all tired of parts, I'm tired of talking about her. Y'all, it's 2:30. I wish I could show y'all my screensaver, but it's my daughter. It's 2:46 in the morning. It's about to be 3 a.m. I need to edit this and try to get it up for Sunday. I'm not gonna leave y'all hanging again, okay? Somebody said, got the nerve to put "to be continued." They was mad. Hey, to that one person, I'm sorry, but to be continued.